Okay, this video is Carrie Underwood drives Hollywood crazy. So she's a country music singer, very successful country music singer, very pretty lady, and she's saying how great they are, how great thou art to God at American Idol. And she caught tons and tons of flack. All these people mad at her. Why are you singing a religious song? And apparently it's the first time in 23 seasons they've had a religious song. Why not? Christian music is the best music in the world. There's nothing even close. Okay, it dominates it. When you look back on music, what I look back that I remember is like sort of three categories. One of true love, two would be workout music, and three would be Christian music. And the Christian music is my favorite. I listen to those songs thousands of times. But anyways, why can't she sing a Christian song? So, because what I'm trying to say is there's like an enforced atheism in Hollywood. And, Hollywood was great back in the day when it had lots of Christian movies, like Ten Commandments, Jesus of Nazareth, all that stuff. And Hollywood was great back when it was noble masculinity, back in the 1960s and 70s and 80s. 1980s was the best decade ever for comedy and movies. And so what I'm trying to say is there is, basically Christianity is sort of the hated religion in the United States right now amongst the elites, if you will, even though it's by far the most common religion with the people. And I think in general, what this was all about was the richest, most powerful people of the world think the world is overpopulated. And they want to reduce the numbers of the regular people, the peasants, if you will, the proles. And so they feel that the first step to doing that is to get rid of Christianity. Because Christianity says all men are equal in the eyes of God. And therefore, there's this tremendous amount of money being spent to try to get rid of Christianity. And that's another reason why I like hard copies of books and audio CDs and DVDs, because you can keep it. I think this whole idea of getting rid of the audio CD player in the car, getting rid of the DVD player and the CD player on the computers is all part of this idea of deleting the past and rewriting history and getting rid of Christianity. Because eventually they're just going to keep deleting, and they already have deleted a lot of videos for example, off this video website and others. I've seen songs disappear. Okay, so anyways, what's the big deal? The lady sings how great thou art about God. Okay, and so I think Christians need to speak up for Christianity. It's done more than any other cultural thing by far. There's nothing even close. There's no religion, there's no cultural movement that's ever created anywhere near as much magnificent painting, magnificent sculpture, magnificent music, magnificent literature. These are like the highest achievements of mankind, so people should celebrate them rather than be embarrassed about them. And you notice other things, like if you look at these ethnic month things, what is that all about? What I think is it's a move to try to, again, get rid of Christianity, especially get rid of Caucasians, because they see them as the obstacle to bringing back slavery. So they want to polarize the public, and that's why you have things like Asian American Month, Pacific Islander Month, Black History Month. They want everybody to sort of hate the white Christians and sort of smash them down if they can, because once they're gone, they think all the other groups will be easy to push into slavery. They only think the white Christian group is the one that's hard to push into slavery. So that's why they want to try to direct everyone else against them. And that's a big part of what affirmative action is. It's not so much helping any minority group, because I think big money, it doesn't care about any minority group. It doesn't care about any of this stuff. It doesn't care about women. It hates women. Feminism actually makes life worse for women. So I believe that's what it's all about, because it's like bizarre. This lady sings a song, how great they are, and all of a sudden there's this giant backlash in Hollywood and all these angry comments about it. On the TV show The View, all these nasty, hostile comments about it. And what I'm saying is, people should say, look, Christianity, it keeps families together. It lowers the risk of divorce. Yeah, there's some grouchy old church ladies that are a pain in the butt, but people in general behave much better than they would otherwise. And it's something that everybody could share together. Everybody's welcome in it. Every different culture, ethnic group could be a Christian anytime they want, and they could bring whatever they want to it. It's very syncretic, meaning that it absorbs good things from all these different cultures. It's a good thing. It brings out the best in mankind. It really does. Is it perfect? No. But it's also much more peaceful than the alternative. If you take a look, people say, oh, well, the Spanish Inquisition was so bad and so cruel. The Spanish Inquisition bumped off about, I don't know the exact number. I think it was, I recall, something like 400 people in 2,000 people in 400 years. Okay, and that's bad, all right? But take a look at the Soviet Union. It bumped off, 65 million in 40 years. Okay, it's far worse. And the Spanish Inquisition had been taken over by the king and used as a political tool. Okay, the religion itself, it's good to have it be an independent third appeal, that there's moral standards, because once you go away from a God-based worldview, there is no moral standard other than the secular ruler has complete authority, and then the individual people have none, zero. Christianity says all men are equal in the eyes of God. We're all created in the image of God, therefore entitled to intrinsic rights, privacy, free speech, property, all those things. Without that, you're not entitled to anything, okay? Atheistic Darwinism basically says all the peasants are just property of the ruler with zero rights. So anyways, people should speak up and, let a lady sing her song. Who cares?